got that on movie as well.
Egremont last night. Footage from a viewer shows roads becoming rivers with up to 100 homes hit. And this morning the clean-up was underway as residents counted the cost, among them elderly people in Churchview.
Well, I was waiting about 3 o'clock to go to the bathroom and heard voices outside, and the fire engine was parked around there, and the firemen were up and down trying to sort it out. And it was just, everything was standing water.
It's got a couple of inches of water in it, and we'll have to take them out. We'll have to take the carpets out, seats out, carpets out, get it pressure washed and dried and put it back together again. And
it was even worse on parts of the town's Orgill estate. People here said they were simply overwhelmed as the water. For the owners of this flooded hotel near Sellafield, it was a double blow. They own the house which tumbled into the River Ian in Egremont earlier this week, although they didn't want to talk on camera today. It wasn't just Egremont though. Mountain rescue volunteers were called in to help across Copeland and said there'd been real dangers.
Last night the conditions were such that there was a real risk to life and to property, and I think one of the saving points of last night was that the rivers were at their worst in the early hours of the morning. Most people were in bed asleep, but had that not been the case, there was a real risk to life as well as the damage that subsequently happened to property.
Basically there was a 7-foot sandstone wall acting as a dam, and that just completely gave way, sending the torrent of water through the garden at about halfway at the window height, obviously bringing the debris with it as it cascaded through the garden towards the next wall, which then held the flood back for a little while. That in turn gave way, sending more rubble into the next door's house as well. So it was a series of mini tidal waves that swept through the house and the garden. Country lane with no drainage really at all, and that's the issue. It was flooding down like a waterfall down the whole country lane.